What's up, everybody? This is Jade's Outdoors, and welcome back. So the first step in making your own fur gloves is you're going to have to decide on what type of fur or pelt you're going to be using. I chose a coyote pelt. It's kind of hard to see, but it's stretching right now, but it's a coyote pelt. Nice and soft. And then what you're going to want to do after that is, depending on how big your coyote pelt is, this one wasn't very big. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take some water and you're going to want to spray it. I've already started the process of doing it, so that's why I'm not showing you guys. But you're going to take some like a spray bottle. You're going to put some water in it, and you're just gonna spray it on the whole surface of the hide. You don't want to like soak the hide, but you want to make it wet enough. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to slowly stretch it. You're going to pull little by little every time. And then you're going to take your nail. I'm just using small little nails here. Nothing big. And then you're just gonna hammer that in, and then it'll start stretching. I'm gonna do the rest of these nails and then show you guys what it looks like after. Well, it is the next day, and the coyote hide has stretched nicely. So now we're just gonna remove all these nails from the hide, and I'll show you guys what it looks like at the end. Alright, well, I've taken the hide off, and it looks really nice. It's nice and stretched, nice and pliable. So yeah, that's what I'm using, coyote pelt. So now we're gonna go and make the pattern for the gloves. And yeah, we'll catch you guys when I'm making the pattern. Alright, we're in the house and we're gonna cut the pattern out for the coyote hide. This is the pattern I'm using. So the top of the glove is gonna be coyote fur, and then the bottom part is just going to be some leather that I have laying around. So let's put on time lapse and let's get to cutting. Time, but we got it done. So that's gonna be the top of the mitten. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna be pretty cool. That's what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna do the other one, and then we'll yeah, I guess we'll start sewing that. Well, it's a long time, but I finally got all the patterns made. So this is what the glove is going to look like, more or less. I still need to sew it all, but I have the front of the glove, which is going to be like the front here. It's just going to be leather, and then the inside. So this is going to be the front, and then the inside of the glove, which will look like, this. It'll look like this. So my hand will be in here, and then this will be on top, and then this will be on the top here. So it will look like this. And that's what it's going to look like. And then the other side will be the same. Again, just this will be on the top, this will be on the bottom of my hand. And then this, and I'll be able to slip my hand in like that. So that's the plan. Now what we gotta do is we gotta sew it. So see you guys when we sew it. Well, we're in the next step here. We're going to now punch the holes in your leather. So you want about 1/4 of an inch on the outside of on the inside of the leather, and then space them. Well, I better just show you. So 1/4 inch. Right there, 1/4 inch, and then space them that far apart. You can see this little line right there. That's how far I space them, and you do that all around the glove. So I've already taken the liberty and done that. So now we're gonna punch the holes. So you need a little mallet like this, not metal, rubber or plastic, and then I'm using a number 2 hole punch. And so you're gonna do that all the way around the leather, and then after that we'll start sewing. So let's start punching. So that's what it's looking like right now. I'm a little under halfway, so I'm gonna finish the rest of these holes and then show you guys what it looks like after. Well, so it's all the holes are all punched. You can easily see the dotted line around the mitts. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take the fur that you're using, and you are just going to place it fur down on your board. Okay? So instead of taking the ruler and making out all the lines again, you're just going to take your glove and you're just going to line it up. You're going to line it up with the leather on here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your leather puncher again, and let's see if I can find it here. Seem to have lost it. Alright, here it is. You're going to take your leather puncher. You're just going to find out where it is. You're just going to find your leather, and you're just going to punch the hole right on the dotted line. So like so, and then Well, first you gotta be able to make it through the other side. There you go. And you have a little harder with the fur, but just like so, and you have a hole right there. So you're just gonna do that all around your piece of leather, and then you're gonna do that for all the other leather that you have to make the mitt. And then when we're done punching the holes, I'll show you what it looks like at the end, and then we'll start sewing. Well, it's been a little while now, but we've got all the leather punched. So this is the first piece of, this is going to be the front of the glove, and you can see that the holes are all evenly punched out, and the same for the coyote fur. It's also evenly cut out. So now we're going to go on to part 2, which is sewing the glove. Okay, well, now that we're done punching all the leather, it's time to actually start sewing the leather together. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need some waxed braided thread. I got this off of Amazon. I can leave the link down in the description. And you're also going to need 2 needles that will fit the thread through, and you're also going to need some scissors. So for measuring your thread, do at least 4 or 5 times the amount of, like 4 or 5 times more than your actual area. So I have that all measured out already. I'm going to cut it there, and if you ever run out, you can always backstitch, and then you can just add more, but it's generally nice to do it just in one strip. So you're just going to take the end of your thread, and you're going to take your needle, and you're just going to feed that through. You may need to press it down the end down a little bit. There, just press it through, grab the end of it, and then pull it through the eye of the needle, and then come about that far down your needle, and then just pierce the middle of the thread like so. Just pierce the middle of it. Like that. And then bring it all the way past the eye until it's like that, and then just pull it tight, and that's going to keep your thread on. And then do the same on the other side. Again, just pinch down your thread, and then bring it through the eye like that. Pull it through until you're a little bit past the needle. Pierce it in the middle like so, and then bring it all the way down past the eye, and then just pull tight. So now that you have your thread on the needle, now it's time to start sewing. Alright, so now that you have threaded your thread through the needle, now it's time to start sewing. So this stitch is called the saddle stitch. It doesn't require anything to tie off. The way to secure your stitch is to back stitch. So you can see here, you see all the holes here that we punched. You're going to take your needle and you're going to put it and you're going to pierce it through the second hole on both sides. You're going to pull it through until you have an even amount of thread on both sides. Now this is going to be a lot of thread, but this is actually going to be a lot of thread, but you need to have it go all the way around. So make sure that it's even on both sides. Like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to back stitch once. So you're going to bring it through the first hole. You're going to bring it through like so. Bring it through. Then you're going to take your second needle and you're going to create a little X like that. You're going to pull through until you have a little loop here, like so. You're going to take the second needle, bring it back through the hole you just came through. Bring it back through. Then you're going to take this piece of loop here, you're going to flip it over the needle, and then you're just going to pull through. Now watch you don't get your needles all tangled up in here. And then you're just going to pull tight. And that's the first stitch. And you're going to do that all along there. So now that you've done the first stitch, you're going to take the opposite needle, you're going to go through, and you're going to repeat that process going the other way. So pull it through, make an X, pull through until you have a small loop. Then you're going to take your needle, your other needle, you're going to bring it through, loop it over, and you're going to pull through. Like so. And then you're going to go the other way. Pierce it. Bring it through. Take your other needle. Go through. Loop it around. And pull tight. So I'm gonna time lapse this because it's gonna take a little while. So if you need to rewatch the process, just go to the explanation where I explained how to sew, and then follow along with me as I continue to sew this glove. So we're gonna start the time lapse now. stitch here. So now I want to show you how to back stitch so then you can tie off your thread. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go back the way you came. So we were going that way. No, yeah, we were going that way. Now we're going to come back and go back towards you. You're just going to it's a little trickier because you gotta try not to pierce the thread, but it's easy enough. So again, just gonna put it through, grab your needle, make a cross with it, and then pull back, go in front of the stitch, and then go behind the stitch, and then flip it around. So it's going to be backwards this time, so you're going to flip it. You're going to flip it this way. You're going to flip it like that. There. Usually you would go, if you're going forward, you'd go like this, but you're just going to go like that. You're going to flip it over, and you're going to pull, and you're going to create the back stitch. Just like that. Now you're going to go repeat the process, going back the other way. Being careful not to puncture the thread, because if you do that, you'll have a nice tangled knot to take out. And then again, you go in front of that thread. It's tight getting it in there, but it'll stay strong. And loop it around. And you're going to pull again, creating that back stitch. So, when you're, this is going to be the last stitch here, you can do 3, no, you can do 4 or 5, I'm going to do 4 here. And then, when you have it pulled through, I'm going to show you what to do with the last of the thread. Yeah, make sure it's nice and tight. And then, you're going to take one of your needles and you're going to pull it back the way it just came. So, you're going to just push it back the way it just came. Okay, we just came out of here and we're pushing the needle back, and this is how you're going to tie off, or not tie off, but this is how you're going to finish your stitch. Take a little bit of, it's going to take a little bit of grunt work. There you go. So you got it through. Again, making sure it's nice and tight. And then you're going to take some scissors, and then you're just going to go as close as you want to the thread. You're going to snip it like that. And then, being careful not to burn off your hair, you're going to take a lighter and you're just going to singe. This lighter will work. you're just going to singe the ends of your thread. So you're going to singe it, and then you're just going to touch it and make sure it, if you need to singe it again, do so, because you don't want this coming off. And there you go. That mitt's done. I have the other mitt done. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to, now you have the fun part, you got to flip it inside out. So it's handy to have like a little something. It's handy to have something to flip it inside out with. So what you could do is you could, it's going to take a little while, so I'm going to time lapse this, or I'm going to flip it inside out and then get back to you and show you what it looks like. So you don't want to pull on the fur because, well, then all your fur is gone. But you can take, like, I'm just using the hammer we used for punching holes, and then you can just get that in there. Or you can just use your fingers, whichever works easiest for you. But yeah, you don't want to pull on the fur, because if you do that, then yeah, you will definitely damage the fur. So what you can do, you can It is a few days later, and we are finally done the gloves. I have both sides done. Now you guys are probably wondering what happened. So, I had finished sewing, and then I realized something. I had sewn 2 left gloves. So I had to go back, and I had to cut the stitches off, and I had to make a new glove. But everything that was in that video is still the same. No, even if I did sew 2 left gloves. So this is what they look like. Super warm. I didn't sew the ends all the way because my hands wouldn't have fit then. So that's optional, but they're not all the way sewn. But they are very warm. I have used these on a deer hunt already, and they are very warm. My hands have never been warmer. So, thank you guys for watching this mitten making video. If you guys want to see other videos, check out my channel. I have fishing knots, bushcraft videos, how to do certain types of knots, and how to make a fire, and tips on archery. So if you guys want to check those videos. Yeah, check my channel. And if you guys want to see any deer hunting videos or deer educational videos, let me know down in the comments, and we'll try to make a video for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next outdoor adventure.